Previously on Wayward Pines.
Everybody's a prisoner here.
There's cameras and mics everywhere. This whole town is under surveillance.
The thing about this town is that they focus on the children. It's all about shaping the mind of the child.
Guess what? I'm gonna be your teacher.
Have you ever been to that fence? Do you know about those animals on the other side?
Ben, what are you doing? I told you I was going to pick you up at school.
Mr. Burke, so thrilled to have you as our new sheriff.
I guess when you kill somebody in this town, they give you his job.
Why won't your parents take you home, Ben?
Because they can't.
I will do everything in my power to ensure that the evils of this town are brought to light. Why can't anybody leave this town?
There's only one way out.
Theresa, congratulations. A spot has just opened at Wayward Pines Realty Associates. One of our senior realtors has chosen to retire.
I need you to stay here. I want to Boise to get some help.
Hey, so tomorrow, do you want to walk to school with Sam and Katie and me? We always go together, and you live right by us, so.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Cool.
What time?
7. Corner of Maple and 15th.
Cool. So, tonight was cool. Sorry, I suck at this.
I couldn't tell. I'll see you tomorrow.
Mom. You okay?
Yeah. I'm good. How are you?
Where's Dad?
He's working late. He's trying to finish up this case, but he's close. And we're gonna get out of here soon and get back to Seattle. How does that sound?
Great.
morning. What's the rush?
I told Amy I'd walk to school with her and a couple friends. So.
Ben, I thought we talked about this already. I want to walk you to school every day.
It's a 5-minute walk. I think I'll survive.
Ben?
What? They're my friends, Mom.
Listen, I know that they're your friends. I'm just telling you that we don't really know what this town is about yet, and that maybe we should be extra careful because we also don't know who our real friends are yet, okay?
Yeah, you're right. Who would ever want to be friends with a loser like me, right?
Ben, I did not mean
You and Dad told me that I should fit in. Maybe that's weird for you, but I am. What are you doing? You're just sitting around the house hoping that things will magically get better, but they never do. Hey, Ben, how's it going?
Hey, what is it?
All these kids,
Yeah.
they're all being nice to me because they want to be, right?
What?
They weren't told to be my friend, were they?
What are you talking about?
At my old school, everything was different. And everyone was different towards me. It's like they didn't even see me, and then I come here for a couple days and everyone talks to me, everyone sees me.
Isn't that a good thing?
I guess. I just don't understand why things are so different here.
The school? It isn't like your other school, or any other school. We're all in this together.
All in what together?
Reed Finley, Carrie Barnes, Benjamin Burke. Please report to room 1 for orientation.
What's orientation?
Reed Finley,
Good luck.
Carrie Barnes, Benjamin Burke. Please report to room 1 for orientation.
Hello?
Well, you must be Theresa, my new number 2. The name's Bill. But everyone here, they calls me Big Bill. Why? I have no idea. I gotta say, you're a hell of a lot easier on the eyes than old Petey. Don't get me wrong. Petey was a good friend. But graffiti on Main Street? You just never know about some people. This way, hon. Keep up.
Is it just you here?
Oh, Henrietta helps with the books, but otherwise it's just me and you, partners. I'm sorry about all this mess. I asked her to put all this away, but the poor woman was distraught. She wanted Petey's job herself.
She lost the job to me? Oh, I'm sure she's much more
They
experienced.
told me you were the perfect choice.
Who is they exactly? I've been
Here we go. Your first client.
What am I supposed to do with this? Is there a number I should be calling, or?
Not anymore. He lost his phone in the accident.
The accident.
Well, you see, Wayne, he works construction. You know, setting those traffic cones for those paving projects. Late at night, just him, moving those traffic cones, all by his lonesome. Then he gets hit by a police car and thrown right over the hood. rolled off the road, down a ditch, and crashed headfirst into a concrete dam. But Pam, you know Nurse Pam? Mm-hmm. Well, she fixed him up real good. But now it's time for him to leave her care. But the problem is, Wayne, well, he lost damn near everything in that accident, even more than his phone. He doesn't even have a place to stay. That's where you come in.
Okay, so you want me to sell him a house?
No. I want you to give him a house. You'll earn a gold star if you do.
You want me to give him a house?
Mm-hmm. Think of it as a welcoming present from his friends at Wayward Pines. We're gonna make a hell of a team. You thank your husband for killing Petey, will you?
Hi, I'm Ben.
Carrie.
Reed. Are you both new here, too? What's 111?
No idea, but I'm 110.
And I'm 109.
Welcome to orientation. These are students 1 through 3, the very first to complete orientation. When they were invited to this room, they were just like you. They had only just arrived in Wayward Pines. And like you, they were invited to this room because they showed great aptitude during our individual sessions. Assuming you all make it through today, your picture will join these students, and you will officially become part of the first generation of Wayward Pines. This is a great honor and privilege. We only allow those who are truly exceptional to join the first generation. We only allow those who we believe are truly ready.
Ready for what?
For the truth.
Mr. Johnson? My name is Theresa Burke, and I'm here because I heard that you needed some assistance. in finding a place. I have a place that I think you're really gonna love. It just came on the market.
Stop. Please just stop.
I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. It must be a very difficult time for you. I am just here to help.
I just want to be alone. Please.
Are you sure you're okay? Do you want me to get a nurse?
No, not her.
Wayne, if you're feeling confused at all, or you need someone to talk to, you can talk to me, okay? I also was in an accident.
Did you see it too?
See what?
After the accident, I saw something. Something awful. They did something to me. To us. And that nurse, she was there.
So who have you told this to?
No one.
This place, this town is not safe. We need to be very, very careful. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now tell me what you saw, quickly.
What a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect to see you, Theresa. Are you acquainted with dear Mr. Johnson?
I was actually just showing him some new properties.
Oh, of course, you got Peter's job. Congratulations. Certainly hope you do better than poor Peter. Of course, I knew he'd never make it. He's far too much of a free thinker.
You know what? I have an idea. What do you say? Let's take a look at this house. I really think you're gonna love it. It has a big yard, it's on a corner lot, and it's private. Very private.
Now, tell me what you see.
It looks like Wayward Pines.
Close, but not quite. This photograph was taken 14 years ago, about 100 yards beyond the perimeter of Wayward Pines. Now take another look. Do you see anything off about this photo?
Yeah, there's something in the top left corner.
Very good, Ben. This was our first real evidence of their existence.
What's existence?
Why don't you tell me?
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot is always alone, is he not? The next photograph was taken 3 months later. It cost us 2 lives to get.
What are they?
We refer to them as abbeys.
Abbeys?
Short for aberrations. They are the result of a series of genetic mutations or aberrations. They evolved in a harsh environment and are now the single most efficient carnivores on the planet. In the food chain, nothing else comes close. Not even us. On its own, an abbey can kill and devour an armed soldier in a matter of minutes. Isolated, it is possible, albeit unlikely, to overcome an abbey. But they always travel in herds. And if you come across a herd, survival is quite simply impossible. Note the bird-like talons, capable of killing prey in a single stroke. Their ears have an extended range of hearing, allowing them to pick up on the subtlest of sounds. Their sense of smell is also heightened, 100 times stronger than our own. But remember, the Abbeys did not begin like this. They became this. Their DNA is only 0.5% different than the mammal they originated from. Does anyone know what mammal? It's one you're all very familiar with. How about now?
Looks like us.
That's because it once was.
After orientation, I didn't eat for 2 days. Hey, things making any more sense for you?
Not really. Not at all.
Yeah, it takes some time to take it all in.
It's not bad, it's just basic logic. Or illogic. I mean, if what Mrs. Fisher is teaching is actually true, and these Abbeys actually exist, how have I never heard of them before? They're running around in broad daylight in Idaho. We are in Idaho, right?
Yeah, we are in Idaho. And what Mrs. Fisher is teaching you is true. I promise.
But then how?
Ben, it's only lunch. It'll all make sense soon. I promise.
Listen, I know you're confused and lost, but the next lesson should help clear things up. These coins do not hold value anymore, but they hold something far more important. Answers.
Go. See? What did I say? It's beautiful. Beautiful light, a lot of space. I think it was built 12 years ago, so everything works like new, which is nice. You know, why don't we start in the back? And we'll work our way to the front, okay?
It's old, really old, maybe Roman times. There's something on it. Can I scrape it off? It's a quarter. How old is it?
You tell me.
2095. I don't understand. How's that possible?
Don't think of it in terms of what is or is not possible, Ben. Think about it in terms of the facts. What do you know about where you are?
We're in Wayward Pines, in Idaho.
Yes, but what's the last thing you remember before arriving in Wayward Pines?
The accident.
The accident. And how about you, Carrie?
A hit and run.
And read.
Car crash.
And what do you remember after that, after your accidents?
I woke up in the Wayward Pines hospital.
Me too.
Me too.
Do you know how long you were unconscious? You probably assumed it was only a few hours, a day at most. But this was not the case. Your accidents were, in fact, not accidents at all. Rather, you were all chosen to be here. You were chosen to be part of a special community. A community that is not part of the world you once knew, but rather a very different world. A world where abbeys thrive, rule. But human beings did not become abbeys overnight. It took a long time, a very long time. Those quarters you now hold in your hand look very old because they are very old. They are the last known relics of human civilization. A civilization that died out almost 2,000 years ago. This is not the year 2014. This is the year 4028.
Look at that, it works.
What?
There are cameras and microphones in this house, and I need you to keep your voice down. We can talk in here, but we can't stay long because they will know something's wrong.
Who will know?
That is what I need to know from you. You said you saw something.
I woke up after the accident, but I don't remember much. I must have been drugged.
I know what you're thinking. That's impossible. How could it be 4028? How could we have skipped so much time? But what if I told you that this mouse can go into a state which allows it to survive all winter long without eating, without drinking, and that it actually lives longer as a result? Would you say that's impossible too? Because it's not.
I remember looking at a glass like a window.
A window, okay. So were you in a car? Or?
No, I was standing in the window. It was smaller. It was more like, it was more like this.
After your accidents, you were all placed into hibernation chambers, and there you slept.
There were people. They were outside, and they were looking in. They were looking at me.
Do you remember any faces?
Just the nurse, and just shadows and voices, and then I passed out.
And as soon as you awoke, you became part of
First generation.
But there were more of these. There were more of these chambers, and they were all filled with
what?
With people.
Why were we chosen?
That's the last question, isn't it? And perhaps the most important.
Do you believe me?
Yes, I believe you.
What is it? What is it? What is this place?
And the simple answer is, you were chosen to assure the survival of the human race.
I am going to figure this out. I will find out what it is that you saw and why we are here. I will. But I need you to take this house. And I need you to do it with a smile on your So I think that's it. And remember, everything that you see here is yours. You get to keep it. And the best part is it doesn't even cost a penny. So you just get to move in and start living your life. Doesn't that sound great? What do you say?
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Over 2,000 years ago, a great scientist foresaw the coming of the aberrations. The perfect equation that held our planet together was unraveling, and he knew Mother Nature would do as she always does. She would evolve. She would change the equation. She would change us. This scientist wanted to save a select sample of humans from this change, to preserve our kind as we once were. So he created an ark. He created Wayward Pines.
Scientist.
His name is David Pilcher. Unfortunately, you will never meet David Pilcher, but you can take comfort in the fact that he is always watching over you. He will never allow anything to happen to you because you are the future. You are the first generation, and he is your protector.
Cease to impress me, Ethan. No one has ever made it out this far before, not on their own. I should introduce myself. David Pilcher.
Pilcher. Tell me about this guy, Pilcher.
My name is Dr. Jenkins. Do you know where you are? Have you noticed anything else go unexplained?
So you're David Pilcher.
We can't stay here. Come with me. Back to Wayward Pines.
Pilcher!
Put down your weapon. Put it down.
What is this? Some kind of an experiment? That's not Boise, okay? I know Boise.
Your mind is lashing out, Ethan. It doesn't want to accept the truth, but trust your own eyes. Everything you've seen today. There's nothing for you out here. The world you know is gone. Our species has evolved into something less than human. All that is left of civilization, all that remains, is Wayward Pines.
What do you want from me?
I want you to come with me. And I'll show you how together we can change things for the better. Or if you prefer, you can discover for yourself what is out here. It's your choice, Ethan.
What you learned today is for your eyes and ears only. You do not tell your parents. You do not tell any adults for one simple reason. The future of this great town lies not with the adults, but with you. Now, you may think what I'm asking is unfair. You may feel like your parents deserve to know. So did Chris. Chris was a student, just like you. He sat in this very room and he saw and heard the very same things that you did today. And it scared him. When he went home, he told his parents everything. The next day, Chris's parents decided to go on a trip. Before they left, his dad closed the garage door. His mom connected the garden hose from the tailpipe to the window. His dad turned the key. And 15 minutes later, they were all dead. The reality is, your parents have lived too long in the old world. The truth is too much for their minds. Telling them would not only put their lives in danger, and not just your own, but all of Wayward Pines. David Pilcher foresaw a great flood, and he built an ark. And he filled this ark with people like you and me. People he deemed necessary for the survival of mankind. We are the lucky ones, the chosen few. But this ark will only survive if we all follow the rules. If there is one hole, one crack, then the water will get in and we will all drown. It's up to you to make sure that doesn't happen. It's up to you to steer the ark safely to shore, because you are
The first generation.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
The first generation.
I'm sorry?
The first generation.
I think I owe someone a gold star.
Oh, I didn't think you were serious about the gold star.
Oh, I'm always serious. And my guess is it won't be the last star this week. You're up to bat again.
How often would you say people move to Wayward Pines, just an average?
I don't know, a couple trickle in every month or so, I guess. Pretty steady, now that I think about it. Like clockwork. The minute you need someone, they just show up.
And is it always after an accident?
I'm sorry.
I noticed that people moving to Wayward Pines, they're all in car accidents. I find that strange, don't you?
My advice is don't think too hard, sweetie. It's not very becoming. And I'd hate for something to happen to that pretty little face.
Big smile. Now, if you will all please follow me.
Welcome to the first generation.
I know what you're feeling, Ethan. I know what you're thinking. At first, it's the personal things. The family you'll never see again. Your friends. The boss you thought you hated. And then, your mind starts thinking bigger. About all the lost culture. Languages, art, knowledge, thousands of years of culture, all gone in an instant. And you start to think, is this really it? The last of mankind? Do I even want to be here? But slowly, you realize everything you still have. A new community. A family. A future. You still have Wayward Pines.
What is Wayward Pines?
Come with me, and I'll show you. We have to go. Now!